Tools for the warehouse. Ready for some errands? On the other end of this mountain chain, there is a warehouse with some useful resources. It needs some repairs. If you take these tools there, we could share some of our stock with you. Well, certainly. We're gonna take it all the way up there. We got trucks all over the place. I'm not gonna use any of those though. I have the Actaeon over here at the garage. Alright, I'm gonna mark it. That'll get us there. Don't know what kind of trailer it is, but we're gonna pull it. Whoa, this thing will get off with you quick. Full of fuel. Makes it a little bit tippy. Watch it wiggle. That's the fuel shaking around. When it settles, it'll be okay. Kind of makes it rough. A little hard to handle. We do have a little bit of ice, but I think we can get up it. It's a little slippery. Let's get the wheels hot. There we go. Now the dips are hot. It'll spin out with you. Goodness. Keep it rocking. Oh my goodness. That's a guardrail. Let that fuel settle for a minute and then we'll go up a little bit farther. I'm in a spot to where if I get started sliding backwards, I'm going to take a long ride. And we don't want that. I had to use those dip locks for a minute. There's a big tree in the road. It's moving that fuel around quickly. Or maybe it's the fuel moving us around. Up the hill. We're keeping the tires hot. Oh, that rock's gonna hurt. Maybe not. Okay, we're turning here, I think. No, I don't know. I better look at the map. Yeah, I don't turn here. It's a pretty place to turn. I'm just joking about that. I was about to lock it in and go. I need to brush up on my map marking skills. I don't know if this high gear is gonna help. Might waste too much fuel. Let's try this. Differential locks. That's a little better. We're bouncing along. These tires do really well in the super snow. I guess it's so much like a swamp because these are made for the swamp. I think it's mainly just the width of them keeps it from sinking. But I can just drive right down into the pits where everyone else has been driving, and it'll go with these tires. I thought I was gonna have to gear it down some. It was digging in, but it still is. That might tip. Oh my goodness. It was on 3 wheels. I do have an autonomous winch. That's why I'm not worried about tipping as long as there's trees around. But those Actaeon's pretty easy to flip back over. Those warthogs, if you ever flip it over, you might have to call the Tuz or 20 Tatran or just recover it. I guess this is our trailer. Okay, now I guess I need to mark it. Mountain Warehouse. That should do it. I'm gonna get some fuel right quick. I will take the fuel off the rack. Reduce some weight up there. On the road again. The weight of this fuel helps. I might put some more fuel in that rack on the roof and see if it helps me get traction. I don't think it's gonna go in low plus. No, it's digging in too much. Low's the sweet spot with this. Pulling this much weight. It's not really a lot of weight because I have this tank and these big balloon tires. And the Tuz 16 Actaeon is a brute. It has power. I think I put a V12 engine in it. I can't remember. It's been so long. I've slept since then. I think I put a V12 in it though. Also I put it in a few other trucks. If that don't tip, it's gonna be a miracle. I'm just trying to avoid that big tree. Well, we didn't flip it. It wasn't really as steep as it looked, I guess. We're digging too much. I'm gonna have to gear it down. I'll just take the same line. As long as you stay into the snow and don't get into that black stuff. But I don't know with these tires. I can probably drive right through the black stuff. That's really tippy looking. Hope I don't turn that trailer over. That's not bad. Those black streaks are pretty deep trenches. But with these tires, I can pretty much drive right through all of them without tipping over. And that's a good thing, especially when you're hauling a big tank of fuel on the back. I think I have to turn right here. It said the garage is this way. It looks like I can probably do low plus again. I think it will. This is a beast. It's digging a lot, but it gets traction. It's a little faster than having it in low. It just has spots where it slows down, like right in here. I think it's because of that trailer getting hung in the groove. Let me try splitting the difference and see. Because I'm going to have to gear it down if it don't do any better than this. Yeah, just the super snow. This is the same speed we were moving without all the RPMs. Yeah, well, plus ain't gonna do it. It's just gonna dig in. Whenever you strip the super snow off of that black mud, it's extremely slippery. If you keep it in low, it won't strip the super snow off of it. I stripped it right there a little bit. That trailer's gonna push me. Hope my discs don't get hot. That would be bad. I see mud. Goodness. Back into the super snow. Garage and tunnel. I'm stripping it in low gear. I may have to gear down again. That is some soupy stuff. guess we're turning right. That's a big tree laying in the road. It's got a lot of wheels on it. It might be heavy. We have enough weight in this fuel tank. Speaking of which, I only have 5 gallons left. Let's do that. We're losing weight. It's a weight loss program for my Tuz Actaeon. I just use all the fuel up and it loses weight. I want to put it in low plus, but I know it won't do anything but dig. It's trying to dig in low. It must be steep. And I know that's got to be heavy. It's sliding, ain't it? That trailer slides into the grooves. Those wheels are just, I don't know. Got a lot of wheels on it. It should make it easier to pull if it is heavy. It evenly distributes the weight across all the wheels instead of just a few. Bigger contact surface. It's like the difference between pulling this trailer with a Tuz 420 or a Tuz Actaeon. If you pull it with a Tuz 420, you have a lot more wheels on the ground. Probably the same engine. But you can't hook it to the trailer. Therefore, I don't know about delivering it. If they would take it or not. It would be bad to pull it all the way out here with a Tuz 420 and then go back and get the Actaeon. I know it seems like the Tuz 420 would probably get here twice as fast, but when you add up all that time, you still got to bring this thing out there. and it's going to come out much faster without a load because of the super snow. And these are the best tires for it. If I had only chains on this thing, I would be using the winch all the time. It looks like we're going to have a steep one. I may have to gear down again. I'll go ahead and do that before I get started because I see it coming. We got to go around this stump. Tree trunk. Because our trailer will get snagged on it. I can probably run this one over. It looks like it's rotted. Yeah, it's rotted. It's a long way to the top. I was about to gear up and I lost traction. I'm going to leave it in low minus till we get a little bit leveler. If that's a word. More level. There we go. Taking it in. Can probably put it in low plus going downhill. I'm going to try that. Let's see if it digs. It's not getting traction yet. It ain't steep enough maybe. Or we're still going uphill. It looked like downhill because we've been going up such a steep incline. We're about to start down right here. Now we're starting downhill. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna do anything but dig. Put it back in low. If I needed it, I would stop here and get fuel. But I'm not going to waste it because I might need it for something else. I have my own fuel on my back. It's the only thing that makes this truck useful. Having that fuel tank on the back and the tool rack on the top. Because otherwise, you're going to run out of fuel quick with this thing. It uses a lot. We've already worked to the dark. I'm going to change the time. We're almost there. We just had to stop and set up a tent. Okay, now I think we can put it in low plus after we pass this tree. I'm going to try it. It's moving. It'll start digging though. Yeah. It's doing it. No, it's digging too much. We're delivering this to the same place where we delivered 2 loads of long logs on that last contract we did. That big long contract called Stocking Up. But we're opening up a warehouse here whenever we deliver this. That should help in the future. There's our delivery spot. I think we just need to pull it over top of it. Task completed. Tools for the warehouse. Great. It's much better here now. You can take some resources from the warehouse if you need them.